Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. This is Alexandre back with you. Would you like to use your mobile devices from Apple like iPhone, iPad or iPod to take some notes, read text document, and export your created document into Word format? The Pages application is available for free on the App Store, and this week I'm with you to look at the basic functionalities of this application, how to create a document, export it to Dropbox, and save it into Word. Enjoy! Since the beginning with an iPhone, it is possible to use this kind of device to take some quick notes or even to write down text document. The iPhone is a great tool to read and sometimes write down some text document if you're on the road. And today I'd like to show you a classic app that it is known by many Apple users, and I'm talking about the Pages app. And why the Pages app? Because it is a free app that is right now available on the App Store, and it is well known by many Apple users. However, sometimes regarding the accessibility, it's a bit tricky to use, even if Apple made some great effort to improve the accessibility of it. Some other application also exist that will allows you to grab note and write down some text document. Maybe I'll talk about them in a later podcast. I'm thinking especially about Voice Dream Writer that I've paid a license for. I'm also thinking about Notability, Access Note, and many more. So if you are interested to learn more about some other apps than Page, you can let us know by sending us an email or give us a phone call. I would also like to say thanks to Micheline Théberge, a listener of our podcast, to suggest us this topic. Actually, I'm using an iPhone 6s with the latest version of iOS as well as the latest version of Page. I'm also having a Windows computer in front of me running Windows 10 and just 2018. Why? Because I'll show you how to synchronize Page document and export documents so you'll be able to read them on a format that is compatible with PC. Oh yes, by the way, about application that you can use to grab or write down some text document or grab some notes, I'm also thinking about Word, that it is now available from Microsoft. So maybe also we can do a podcast on this one. Why I'm using an iPhone? It is because it's a small device that you can bring with you everywhere. Compared to the iPad, Page on iPhone offer a bit less functionality, but all major functionalities are available. However, please note that the interface is a bit different on iPhone. I'll talk a bit later about the interface available on the iPad. The major difference is that the iPad offers 2 columns and you'll have more place on the screen to add some widget or add-on in the Page document. But many users or blind users are having an iPhone because iPad it's a bit more complex to use due to the column views that the iPad offers. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create document, how to export it, how to sync document. However, I'll not show you a lot of features regarding how to format document. I'll show you a basic, I'll show you the menu, but if you need to do complex tasks like, let's say, creating tables or things like this, I'll greatly suggest you to use a standard computer with a full text editor. It's going to be much better and easier for you. So without further ado, let's open the Page app. Open Page.
Pages, Locations, back button.
Here we go. Now we are on the location screen that allows to select file. This screen is similar to what you can find with the file app that is now available since iOS 11. So let's start
locations,
by the
back
beginning. Button. Okay, and then
iCloud
I'll
Drive,
swipe
heading,
right.
Add button.
Right now I'm in my iCloud Drive folder. I have an add button that allows me to create documents.
Select button.
Select if I need to select multiple documents or folder.
Search field, new folder.
Search area, how to create a new folder.
Sorted by name button.
Then I can sort items by clicking
sorted alert,
button.
sort by name button, date button, size tags cancel button.
And I have all these choices. What are tags? Tags are color tags. So let's say that you can identify a document with a red tag, a yellow tag, whatever. So this is visual indication.
Cancel. Locations, back button.
All right, and so let me
pages, 0 items,
go
file.
back to
create list view, sorted by name button.
Sorted. Okay, perfect.
List view.
Then
button.
What is the list view? It's a button that you can select or unselect. We don't especially care about this button when using VoiceOver. If I double click,
selected list view. List view.
It's just a select, unselect. So it's not really important to care about this.
Create document.
Create document. That's the exact same thing as the add button. It's just another option there.
Pages, 0 items, file.
And then I have folders that are available in my iCloud Drive, like the Pages folder that doesn't contain any kind of item. That can be the default folder when using Pages, and if you're set to use it with iCloud.
Reader, 2 items.
Reader, that's another folder that I have on my iPhone.
2 items, 3.64 gigabyte available on iCloud.
And right there, it's a description about what I have available as storage on iCloud and what is remaining.
Recents tab,
and
1 of 2.
And then when opening Page, you'll still have 2 tabs at the bottom of the screen. The recent one,
selected,
and
browse,
the browse one. In the recent tab,
recents, pages, see recently opened, selected, recents tab,
I
see
can,
no recents.
From there in the recents, access most recently viewed document. So instead of using the browse, I can have a look to what I've recently viewed in Page. So
browse,
let's go back
tab.
into browse.
Search field.
Then
double tap to edit.
Let's go ahead and click the back button.
Locations, back button.
Yeah, the location at the top left of the screen. Pages,
heading,
and
edit button.
Let's have a look at the screen.
Search field, locations, expand, iCloud Drive, level 1.
So here's iCloud Drive.
On my iPhone, recently deleted, level 1. On my iPhone, level 1.
And on my iPhone, these are the storage space or cloud space that were configured in the file app.
Recently deleted, level, favorites, expanded,
and
button,
then I
expanded.
Have some different kind of section for all of this. What can I do if I'd like to add Dropbox to Pages File Explorer? Oh, and by the way, if
Tag,
I
red,
continue,
level, orange, yellow, green, level.
Here are the tags for sighted person. You can use tags, however, this is not something that is really helpful for us because I prefer personally to create some folders with comprehensive name, but anyways, you can access them. So to add Dropbox, I have
Pages, heading,
at the top of the
edit
window,
button.
The edit button.
Edit.
Let's click on this one.
Done button. Search, locations, expanded
and
button,
then,
expanded. WebDAV, level 1, switched button, off.
This is WebDAV. That is currently switched off. We don't care about this.
Reorder WebDAV, Dropbox, Personally, level 1, switched button, off.
And then
Double
I'll
tap
suggest you
on.
to switch this on. Before you'll be able to see Dropbox, you should first install the Dropbox app and then sign into your Dropbox, and then you'll be able to access it without any issues.
Reorder Dropbox. iCloud Drive.
I can also add the iCloud Drive, turn it on or off. Actually, it's already turned on.
Reorder iCloud on my iPhone. Reorder on my iPhone. Level 1. Recently deleted. Level 1.
And then if I've a session, active session to a OneDrive account, I'll also be able to connect or to enable OneDrive. Same thing, I think, for Google Drive. So
Pages,
when
heading,
I'm done, I'll
button,
click done. There we go.
Edit button.
And before you'll be able to fully access Dropbox and perform the task you'd like to do, I'll suggest you
Messages.
to close the app.
App switcher.
So to do this, I'm pressing the home button, then accessing the app switcher by double-clicking on the home button, then
Settings, pages, active.
Pages. I'll swipe up with 3 fingers to close
Closing
it.
pages, settings, active.
While closing that one. at the
Closing
same time.
settings,
There we go.
Dropbox. Closing drop.
Okay, all apps are closed now. And I'll open back page. Open page. Here we go.
iCloud Drive, heading.
All right, and we are
Locations.
back where we left it.
Locations,
So
back button.
I'll just click
Location,
the location
pages.
back
Edit,
and
search
I
field,
should be
location,
able
Dropbox,
to
Personally,
find
level 1.
Dropbox. Here it is.
Selected,
So
drop,
opening
locations, back
Dropbox.
button.
Here we go.
Dropbox, Personally,
And
heading.
from there,
Add, button, select, button, search, new folder, button.
before anything, I'll suggest you to create a new folder, just because when creating Pages document, they'll be all the time named probably empty or untitled. So just to be able to easily locate the document, I'll suggest you to create a folder. So let's do so.
Folder name, text field, is editing. Untitled
And
folder select.
Then I'll
Words. Untitled folder. Edit. Hints. Language. Typing. Text select. Select. Braille screen and landscape. Home. L. O. E. T. T. N. U.
and then I'll
Dot
name
positions
this
calibrated.
folder A.
A.
I'll put the letter A at the beginning.
A. O. L. D. E. R. Space. O. R. Space. P. O. D. A. T. Portrait.
There we go. It's going to be easy to find it back.
Done.
It's
Folder
called-
name, text field, is editing. A folder for podcast. Insertion point edit. Done.
There we go. And clicking done.
Done.
Then we'll have to go and open this new folder.
Actions of Addison 2000. A folder for podcast. In iCloud. File.
Here we go.
Actions available.
So double clicking.
Selected. Of Dropbox. Personally. Back button.
All right.
A folder for podcast. Heading. Add button.
And then
Select
if
button.
I go
Search.
to
Search
the
field. New
right,
folder button.
I can create again a new folder. I'm not interested to do so.
Sorted by name button. List view button. Create document. Recents tab.
And the folder is now empty. So let's create
Create document.
document.
Select cancel. Choose English. Basic. Blank. Basic.
So
Heading.
I'll
Blank. Button.
choose the blank layout. This is what I suggest you to do. So please make sure all the time that the language is properly set to English, and then select the blank layout. You can also select other layouts.
Blank landscape. Note taking. Report. Essay. Term paper. School report.
There's a lot. So
Blank
in my
landscape,
case,
blank.
just for the test, I'll choose the blank.
Selected. Blank. Done. Button. Body. Text field is editing. Character mode. Insertion point at start.
And now we are in document body, ready to edit the document. And the thing here is that we were not prompt to enter a name in the document, like to name the document. And to do so, you'll have to exit document and use the rotor action menu so you'll be able to rename the document. That's a bit strange to do so. With the iPad interface, you'll have the possibility to rename the document when consulting it. That's not the case with the iPhone. So before doing this, I'll show you how to edit the document, and before I'll show you the different options on the screen. So I'll go ahead and click Done to exit the text field and hide the keyboard.
Done button. Done.
There we go.
Documents button.
And right now, I'm at the first item on the screen.
Documents.
So yeah, here it is. The first item is called Document. This item allows you to roll back to the file explorer that we were before creating the document.
Undo dimmed button.
Undo, that's the equivalent of Ctrl-Z in Word.
Format button.
Format, this one, if I click on it right now,
Form alert, nothing selected. Select OK button.
you'll be unable
Documents.
to see the menu because nothing is selected right now. I'll show you the menu a bit later.
Undo format. Insert button.
Insert, let's
Tables
check this one.
button. Tables.
So to insert tables,
Charts button. Two shapes button.
Chart,
Selected media
shapes,
but done
media,
button.
etc.
Albums.
This is something more visual, so
Done
I'll
button.
skip this part
Documents.
and maybe you'll be able to explore it by yourself a bit later.
Format button. Insert
And
button. More button.
let's have a look to the More menu.
Collaborate with others.
Collaborate. If you are in a working situation or if you're a student, you'll see that many persons are collaborating on document. That means that you can share your document with colleagues, and when they are editing the document, and same thing for you, you'll be able to see where they are editing, what they are doing live. So that's really interesting when working a big team on a document. I did not test it out with Pages. However, I did some tests in the past with Google Doc Online. This is working so-so with Screen Reader. I also tested out with OneDrive and Office 365, but that's not the best at this time. Anyways.
Share.
Share. If you just want to share the page file, you can share it via email, text message, AirDrop, and anything else.
Export.
Export. We'll see this option a bit later. If you want to export it in a Word format to read it with your computer, you'll be able to do so.
Print button.
Print. If you have an AirPrint compatible printer, I have one here, you'll have the possibility to print your document directly from your iPhone without the need of a computer.
Page thumbnails. Switched button. Off.
This is an option that you can turn on inside Page. This is an option that can display page numbering.
Word count. Switched button.
Same thing
Off.
for the word
Ruler.
count. Ruler.
Find. Smart annotation beta.
I'll not discuss about all these options.
Change tracking. But bookmarks. But document setup. Presenter mode. Auto correction. But comments. Switched. Center guides. Switched button. Edge guides. Switched button. Spacing guides. Switched
There's
button.
a lot
On.
of
Author
visual
name.
things
Button.
there. Also,
Set password. Language
yes,
and
you
region.
can protect your document with a password.
Pages help. What's new in Pages?
This is it.
More. Head. More. Done.
I'll
button.
click Done again.
Documents. But doc. Format.
And
Insert. More.
I'll
button.
write down
Canvas.
some text.
Body. Text field. Body. Text field is editing.
after the More menu, this is directly the text field, and the text field is the last item on the screen. So
Hints.
I'll type some text
Language,
using
Braille screen, vertical, Braille screen input,
Braille
landscape,
screen
home button
input.
to the
It's
dot
gonna
positions
be faster.
calibrated.
By the way, if you would like to have or to learn more about the Braille screen input feature, you're gonna type on your iPhone screen using Braille.pattern, and maybe we can do a podcast on this one too. Let us know.
Dots, I, space, EVERYBODY, exclamation mark, space, dot cap HOPE, space, hope, dot OU, apostrophe space DOING, space, WELL, exclamation mark, well, new line, dot 6, cap T, space, TAIS, space, TINE, comma, top, space, dot cap space, DOING, space, PO, D, S, T, space, TO, space, S, HO, double space AO, dot space TO, space UE, space PAGES, period, page, space, dots, cap AO, PE, space, hope, YO, U, L, spell IKE, space IT, exclamation, new line, dot positions calibrated.
And maybe I can put my name.
Dot 6, cap LEX, portrait. Body, text field, is editing. Hi everybody. Hope you're doing well. At this time, I'm doing a podcast to show how to use Pages. Hope you'll like it. Alex, insertion point at end.
And
Double tap to edit.
by the way, each time you are doing some modification to your document, these modifications are automatically signed to your Dropbox. So don't worry, your document is saving automatically. If you want to go ahead and move inside your document, you can use VoiceOver Router.
Characters,
Let's
words,
go by line.
lines.
If you need some assistance using the router, I'll suggest you to listen to the podcast we've made about how to use the router and how to edit some text with an iPhone. So
Alex,
if I click up,
new line. At this time, new line. Hi everybody.
let's go ahead and select the word podcast for fun.
Hi everybody. Hope. At this time, words. At this time, apostrophe doing a podcast.
Okay, and then I'll
Characters,
select
actions,
the-
bookmarks, annotations.
You'll see, by the way, that we have some new option, the router, like bookmark. I'll talk a bit about this one a bit later. And
Bookmark, annotations,
annotation, so you can move annotation by annotation.
document headings,
If there's some heading in the document, you can use this feature to move by headings.
edit, hints, language, typing mode, text selection,
Text selection.
word selection, podcast, selected.
There we go. So now the podcast word is selected. Then let me click the format.
Canvas, body, handle control, more, but insert, button, format, button,
Let's click on this one.
text, heading, done, button, paragraph style, body, button, font, Helvetica Neue, bold, button, italic, underline, strike through, more text options, size,
Okay. And you have all kind of options right
size, 11, color, black, selected, align left, align center, align right, align justified, bullets and lists, outdent, dim, indent, button, columns, 1, line spacing, 1, adjustable.
there. So many options are available there. Let's go ahead and change the font to Arial 24 just to show you. So I'll
Text, done, body, font,
select
Helvetica,
font.
font,
Right now it's
text,
Helvetica.
font, done, Arial, more, Arial, button,
Oh, there we go.
selected, Arial,
This is it. Then after selecting the font, I'll click the
fonts, text, font, done, button,
Done button.
body, text field,
And-
is editing, podcast selected, character,
podcast is still selected. I'll need to
Undo,
go
button,
back
format,
into
button.
format.
text, done, font, bold, italic, underline, strike through, more text option, size, Size 11 point. Adjustable.
So it's an adjustable value. I need to flick up to increase, flick down to decrease.
13, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 21, 20, 20, 24 point.
Great. Then,
Text. Heading.
oh, let's select
Text.
bold.
Done. Body. Font. Bold. Button. Selected. Bold.
All right, that is done.
Paragraph.
Then clicking
done. Button.
on
Done.
done again.
Body. Text field is editing. Podcast selected.
And
Double tap to edit. Characters.
if I'm navigating by word,
Words. Podcast to add comment. Bookmark. Characters. Words. Show. Body. How. Show. 2.
okay, so let's put the focus on 2. If I want to check the font, I can tap with 3 fingers.
Body. Helvetica Neue. 11 point. Line spacing. Single. Black 0. Natural alignment. Word mode. Insertion point between podcast and 2 at the 73rd position. Double tap to edit.
Let's find the podcast word.
Podcast. Arial. Characters. P.
I'll put my
Papa.
focus on the P, then doing the same gestures. So 1 tap with 3 fingers.
Body. Arial. 24 point. Line spacing. Single. Black 0. Bold. Natural alignment. Character mode.
And you can see that it works well. And what about bookmarks? Let's select the word.
O. Words. Cast. To. Show. How. To. Use. Pages. Period.
Let's go with pages.
Pages. Character. P.
I'll place the
Papa.
focus on P. Then
P. Papa.
let put it between the space and the P. So
Actions.
action.
Add comment.
I can add comment.
Bookmark.
Bookmark.
Activate bookmark.
All right. I've just had a bookmark. Then
Canvas. Body.
If-
Text field is
let's
editing.
say that
Hi
I
everybody.
put-
Hope you're doing well. Active bookmark. More. Canvas. Body. Text insertion point at start.
all right. So now the insertion point is at start. Then if
Characters.
I select the
Actions.
bookmark,
Bookmarks.
VoiceOver doesn't say anything. However, if now I look to
Actions.
where I'm
Characters.
located,
Space. P. A. G. E.
I'm
S.
right
Sierra.
at the place that I've put the bookmark. So if you are reading long document, maybe you can put some personalized bookmark. If you want to delete one, you need to find back the bookmark, then select action, select bookmark and double click. You'll not receive any kind of confirmation, but it's going to delete the bookmark instead of adding a new one. This is some interesting tricks you can use if you want to place some bookmarks. Now that I'm done editing the
Done.
document, I'll
Done.
first click Done
Documents. Button.
and click Document
Dropbox.
to go back to my File Explorer.
A folder for podcast. Heading.
Then I'm back in my folder, a folder for podcast.
Add. Button. Select. Button.
Then
Search.
if
Search field.
I go to
Double tap to edit.
the right,
New folder. Button. Sorted by name. List view. Button. Create document. Blank. 10:51 p.m. 81.
this is the blank document that is located right here. If I want to rename it, I'll need to use the action menu.
Actions.
So make sure the router is properly set to action. Then I'll explain to you all the options available in this menu.
Copy.
Copy, it's gonna be helpful if you want to copy the entire text of a document without having to open it.
Duplicate.
Duplicate, it's gonna create the same document with a duplicate name just after this one.
Rename.
Rename,
Move.
I'll come back to it a bit later. Move, if you want to move it in a different folder.
Delete now.
Delete, I think it's comprehensible.
Share.
Share, if you want to share it, that's the same option we saw earlier.
Tags.
Tags, if you want to assign a tag.
Info.
Info, to get more information about the document.
Open in Dropbox.
Open in Dropbox. If you want to see this actual view in the Dropbox app, you can use this option.
Copy link.
Copy link Dropbox provides some public link to all your documents. So if you want to generate one and have it push in your clipboard, you can use this option.
Drag item.
Drag. If you want to move it manually.
Activate default.
And back to activate.
Copy.
So let's
duplicate.
select
Rename.
rename.
Folder name. Text field is editing. Blank.
And
character. Delete.
I'll remove
delete.
Blank. By the way, if you're creating multiple blank documents and if you're not renaming them, each time you're creating a new one, you'll have blank, blank 1, blank 2, blank 3, blank 4, etc., etc. So let's give a name. My first test.
Inserted my first test.
Here we go. Clicking Done.
Done.
At the bottom right.
Dropbox. New folder. Sorted by list view. Create document. My first test. 10:55 p.m. 81 kilobytes. In iCloud file.
Here
Actions
we go.
available.
So right now, if I grab the computer, you can see in the Dropbox folder that the document is right there.
Windows D. Folder view list view. Dropbox. Enter. Dropbox. A folder for podcasts. Enter. My first test. Pages.
Here it is. However, I can't open this file using my Windows computer because this is not a compatible format with Windows. How to export the document in a readable format? The procedure to do so will be to open the document.
My first test. 10 selected. My first test. Dropbox.
And then clicking
Format.
on
More button. Collaborate. Share. Export.
Export.
Export. Cancel button. Export. Choose a format. PDF button. Word button. RTF EPUB button.
And then for
EPU
available format are available. So PDF, Word, RTF, EPUB. So let's select the Word format, which is the most popular.
Word button. Cancel
There
button.
we go.
My first test.
And then
AirDrop recipient.
I have
No
a
one.
pop-up.
Message. Mail. But adds a note. Adds a help. Dropbox. Copy to block.
And we'll not select Dropbox.
Copy to
either.
Dropbox.
Copy
button.
to Dropbox. We'll
Copy
need
to
to
KNF.
select.
Copy to voice. Copy to more. Copy. Save to files. Save to Dropbox.
Save to Dropbox. That's really important to select this one. If the option is not available, please click on more and then you'll have the possibility to check or uncheck the option you want that appears on this screen or that you don't want. So I'll select the Save to Dropbox.
Save to Dropbox. Cancel button. Save button. File heading. My first test. Docs text field.
And then
Double tap
it's
to edit.
a doc file. I'll give a different name to the document.
Text
but
field is
just
editing. My
add
first test.
a
Insertion point at start.
indicator at the beginning.
Words.
At the end.
First. Test character. Period.
I'll write down my first test.
Space.
Space.
E.
Word.
Double O E R D.
It is just because in some situation, especially with Page, like the file extension may not be correctly displayed or will not be displayed at all. So that's why I'm just adding a small indicator. So when browsing documents with Page, you'll have some indication regarding if it's the Page one or the Word one.
Podcast serve. Dropbox. Only you.
I'll select the appropriate folder.
Choose a different folder.
Where I'd like to save the file. So clicking on choose
a
different folder.
Dropbox. Canadian.
And
Alex. Of 100. A folder for podcast.
I have many things there. A folder
Select
for podcast.
Dropbox. Back button.
And
cancel.
then
My first test. Choose button. Choose.
I can click on choose.
Cancel. Save button. Save to Dropbox. Save file heading. My first test. Word. Docs text
Everything's
field.
okay.
Save location. A folder for podcast. Only you.
That is perfect. Then I'll go ahead and click Save.
Save button.
At the top right corner.
Save. Uploading.
And now it is uploading
Saved documents button.
into Dropbox. It should be ready to go. And I'll show you that I can open this one with a regular Windows computer. Right now I have two files in my folder.
My first test.pages.
My first test pages.
My first test word.docs.
And this one. So I'll go ahead and open it and be right back.
Enter. My first test word.docs -word. Print view.
Then I can use arrow keys to read the document.
Blank. Hi everybody. At this time, I'm doing a podcast to show how to use Pages. Hope you'll like it. Blank. Alex.
So all my document content is there and I can read it without any issues, then edit it. It is also possible to open Word document inside Page. If you want to do so, you'll have to first of all put your Word document in a Dropbox, and then you can use Pages File Explorer to access or find the document. Then, when double clicking on it, you may receive a message saying that some elements are missing, like font or things like this. It's gonna ask for your confirmation that you really want to convert the document to Pages. Be aware that even if you did not receive this kind of message, your document, your Word document, when opening it, will be automatically being converted into Pages document. But it's gonna keep the Word copy alive. So what's gonna happen? Let's say that I'm having two documents, the Word version and the Page version that already exist. So the document is named test. I have test.docs and test.pages. I'm opening test.docs. Even if test.pages exists, it's gonna regenerate a Pages document and it's going to be called something like test1 or test2.pages. And so be careful of that. If you're planning to do some change in a document in the future, you may keep the original Pages copy and not delete it after converting it into Word. It's going to be better. But yes, if you're opening Word, it's going to work, but we'll create a duplicate Page document of your Word file. So be aware of this. Now, I'd like to show you very quickly the interface on the iPad. I currently have an iPad mini 2nd generation running the latest version of iOS as well as the latest version of Pages. So let's go ahead and open Pages again and I'll show you quickly. Open Pages.
Pages.
All right. And now by default in my File
Orange.
Explorer.
Level 1. John. Level 1.
Now
Actions available.
touching the left side of the screen.
WebDAV. Dropbox. On my iPad. OneDrive. More.
Okay.
Orange. John. Vert. Recents. Tab.
At the bottom, I still
Selected.
have
Browse.
the
Selected.
two tabs that I was talking about earlier. And on the right part of the screen,
Create document. List. Tags. Size. Tab. List view. Button.
I have what contain the folder that I'm actually viewing. So be careful about this because the File Explorer on the iPad will have two different columns. I'll
List view. Create document.
go ahead and create a document just to show you.
Cancel. Button.
Then
Cancel. Choose a template. English.
let's
Base-
choose
blank.
the
Basic. Blank.
blank
Selected.
template.
Blank. Body. Text field. Is editing. Word mode.
Right
Insertion
now,
point at start.
I have the keyboard in
Double
front
tap
of me.
to edit.
Let me click Done.
Documents. Button. View options.
Oh, okay,
Button.
it's not there. Okay, perfect. And then document was there on the iPhone too. Now we have something called view options that were not available on the iPhone. If I click on it,
View options. Heading.
there's a pop-up.
Page thumbnail. 2 pages. Word count. Ruler. Smart annotation. Tab. Outdent. Indent. Helvetica new. Font size. Align left. Insert. Cat Q.
That's a
Insert.
couple of
Align left.
options
Indent.
that we
Outdent.
were
Tab.
having
Ruler.
in the
Dismiss pop-up. Double
more
tap to dismiss
menu.
pop.
Then I'll dismiss the
Body.
pop-up.
Text field. Is at
By the way, the dismiss pop-up options is all the time located on the left of the screen.
view options. Button.
Okay, view options.
Undo. Dimmed.
Undo,
Button.
same thing.
Blank.
And here we can see blank. So that's the name of the document that I can go ahead and edit. So if I double click,
Blank. Clear text. Button.
I can clear the text and dictate something. A small test to show how to rename.
Inserted a small test to show how to rename.
There we go. And
Shift. More. Hide keyboard. Done.
the done button.
Canvas. Body.
There we
Text
go.
field.
So I don't have
Double
to
tap to edit.
leave the document to be able to rename it on the iPad.
A small test to show how to rename.
Back on the file name, and then if
Format.
I continue,
Button.
here's the format menu. That's the exact same thing we saw on the iPhone.
Insert. Button.
Insert. It's quite similar.
More. Button.
More. Let's have a look.
Collaboration. Working on a. Okay. Okay. Button.
Okay, yeah, this is a pop-up
More.
explaining
Heading.
me how to use the collaboration. I
Collaborate
don't
with
care.
others. Share. Export. Print. Find. Smart. Change tracking. Bookmarks. Document setup. Presenter mode. Auto correction.
So you
Button.
have more option right there,
Comments.
especially for the
Center
iPad.
guides. Edge guides. Spacing guide. Author name. Set password. Language and Pages help. What's new in Pages?
All right. So you have all these options.
Dismiss pop-up.
Dismissing pop-up.
Documents. Button.
And
Canvas. More. Canvas.
the text
Body.
area.
Body. Text.
And in some situation, when
Body.
editing,
Body. Helvetica new. Indent.
you'll
Font
find
size.
some
Align left.
option
Insert.
at
Button.
the top of the keyboard
Cat Q.
that will allows you to
Quebec.
adjust some
Swipe up
formatting
or down to select.
in the document. So you may expect some changes compared to the iPhone if you decide to use an iPad instead of the iPhone. So be aware of this if you decide to purchase an iPad. I think this is it for this episode. Hope you found some great stuff there. We've covered the basic part of how to use Pages. If you have some questions, some suggestions, or would like to submit a topic for a next podcast, you'll find all our contact detail at the end of this episode. In the meantime, if you need some personalized training, private training, or technical support on anything, you can all the time give us a call or send us an email, and we'll be more than happy to send you a quote and see what we can do for you. We are all the time available for you, and it is still a pleasure for me and for all our team to answer all your questions and discuss with you. So give us a buzz at any time. This was Alexandre for Canadialog, signing out. Before the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you for your loyalty to this series of podcasts on assistive technologies. I would also like to thank our loyal collaborator. As a reminder, I would like to inform you that Canadialog will not provide free technical support on product presented during these shows and that are not sold directly by Canadialog. Please note that our podcasts are now available on our website, YouTube, iTunes, as well as on Victor devices by consulting the North American English suggested podcast list from Humanware. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can contact us via email at podcastwithiness@canadialog.com. That is PODCASTS at CANADIALOG.com, or by phone on our toll-free number at 1-888 1-888-730-0003. Again, 1-888-730-0003, extension 555. Extension 555. I also invite you to visit our website, which contains a lot of useful information at www.canadialog.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening.